let's have some drama. It's drama time. SSniperwolf situation just got worse. If you don't know what happened, SSniperwolf a couple of days ago just doxed Jacksfilms, who was for the last year or so making parody videos that are more of, I would say, I don't know, criticism and I don't want to call it hate per se, but let's say, yeah, he was criticizing reactions and how which is so hypocritical of me to talk about that while reacting to a video that and being a reaction itself. Jack still doesn't like reactions, and he doesn't like that a girl is getting all the views or reactions with minimum effort. So he decided to cash on a bit on that with using her name in his videos for a while so he can feed his family. But either way, SSniperwolf did not like that because it brought a lot of hate and she felt bullied. And then she decided to dox him, which is even way worse than anything he has done. And still YouTube didn't do anything about it, and she's rolling with it. She's still on Instagram. By the way, she doxed him there, not on YouTube. And yeah, she's still kind of teasing Jax because nothing is happening to her. She's like literally a boss fight in Dark Souls and nothing is happening, you know. No casualties whatsoever.
Now SSniperwolf.
So let's see what's the newest news about this situation? What's gonna happen, really, if anything?
SSniperwolf is a lot like the aliens on the Buzz Lightyear ride at Disney World, just getting blasted. Every single corner of the internet is coming together to talk.
Oh my god, everyone who is making videos about SSniperwolf, like, their channel is growing so much, it is crazy. And they even say, it's not like the biggest hate towards SSniperwolf, but we're just using this and juicing and milking it for views so we can get some revenue. All of these guys, by the way, I don't think any girls actually made videos criticizing whatever happened there. It's majority of them are guys, if not like 99% of guys. The only reason I am making this video is to see what Charlie's gonna say about it. I might share my opinion by the end, but we'll see.
About the SSniperwolf situation and the doxing against a fellow YouTuber, Jacksfilms. From the surface to the shadowy underbelly of the internet, everyone is discussing it. YouTubers, Redditors, if Yahoo Answers still existed.
I would really love if he mentions the fact that it's only guys. I didn't see one girl talk about it.
There'd be 50 threads about this by now. I mean, it is everywhere. It's remarkable how big it's become. I'll give you the brief nutshell on it in case you don't know what I'm referring to, but I know you do. If you're watching this video right now on the internet, you are at least loosely familiar with who she is and what she just did, because she just broke one of the 10 commandments of being online. She took an internet dispute into the god-forsaken wasteland we call the corporeal dimension, the real world. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Usually internet beef is just served up medium rare online, but she served this beef medium dare you to commit a crime.
I would not really say that. There were so many situations when we had back in the day people making videos on each other, like for example Logan Paul versus KSI, and the way they ended their beef is by commercializing a fight, a whole boxing match. So I don't really see that it is just the first time ever when a YouTuber wanted to face another YouTuber on the street. There were multiple cases of that with guys like RiseCom and others. Like, I don't see this as the first time ever. Doxing, however, is the problem. But being in front of someone's house without doxing them and without calling out the info where they are really was not the first time ever.
Man, that shit was lame. But kind of like Dr. Seuss rhyming that one, actually, kind of fire. But what I'm saying is, what started is just Jacksfilms making fun of SSniperwolf for her content and pointing out that what she's doing is bad, escalated into her being so upset about it that she found his address, went to his address, posted it on her Instagram, not the address per se, but just posted his house on her Instagram, bragging about it, saying, you know, it's time we talk it out like adults. Which, of course, is the furthest thing from talking it out, unless, of course, you're an unhinged lunatic. This is just senseless yapping to try and justify.
This is actually, also, I agree with what he's saying, because there were... What the hell? There were so many ways to fix that or deal with that, like through legal ways or contacting YouTube. If she really was against and she felt like she was bullied by Jack's whole channel about her, there were way smarter and way more professional ways to deal with this.
What she did here, you can't do that. It's borderline criminal. So she posted it, 5 million of her Instagram followers to see, which of course made Jacksfilms and his wife feel very unsafe in their home. And since then, she hasn't said anything about it. I think it's only a matter of time before she makes an apology video. It's really just an if instead of, nope. The expression is, it's a matter of when instead of if. I think it's inevitable. The only thing that remains to be seen is where it's going to rank on the YouTuber apology tier list. So that's the only question I have left about that. But this is only the beginning of a really bad week for Sniperwolf. She's having a worse week than King Kong fans right now with the release of the worst fucking game of the year, Rise of Kong. She also had a lot of people digging through her catalog of content, and they found something very not good.
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about.
Very weird, let's say. I can't show you anything here because I think there is a chance that it's completely against YouTube's terms.
Exactly.
It's her encouraging some seemingly underage individuals to do some degenerate acts on video.
It's nothing new.
And the way she encouraged them was almost like a wager you'd see out of a bad Brazzers film. She wagered her tits, saying that if these underage-looking individuals did what she asked them to do, she'd show tits. This was a video back in like 2014. They do it, and then one of the kids' moms walks in. It's like very fucking odd, awful shit. And this is just another, alarming thing that Sniperwolf has in the backlog of her lore. As I was rendering this video, people found another seemingly illegal, potentially, piece of content that Sniperwolf has on her channel. In this video, she's talking to strangers on Omegle, and then she meets this girl who says that she's 16, and then agrees to show each other their boobs, and the 16-year-old flashes the camera, which Sniperwolf does censor, but that doesn't make it okay. I'm pretty sure that's still illegal. You can't just have an underage person being sexual on video and then just say, hey, wait a minute, Buster, it's fine because it's censored. It's like, what the fuck?
Literally imagine a guy with a 16-year-old girl, and let's say they kiss, but he blurs it, like, it's okay, it's blurred. Like, it did happen, but it's blurred. Like, I don't get it.
And the video is still up right now. And in the whole clip, it's not like there was some, just kidding, not actually 16, actually in my 20s. There was nothing like that. After that happens, Sniperwolf just said that, she's fake like her or whatever, and then disconnects. So it really seems like she just had a minor flash the camera on a YouTube video. It's fucking crazy. Now I'm going to go ahead and mention something I've seen a few comments talking about to explain what actually happened in this clip here. And I don't know if this is like the Sniperwolf Defense Squadron operating under DEFCON protocol, so they're in full force trying to figure out any way of explaining this really awful shit. But I'm going to go ahead and share this anyway, just to be complete with the subject. There's some people saying that wasn't actually a 16-year-old, it was a bot that was just spamming the chat, and Sniperwolf was like reacting to it, knowing it was a bot, knowing it wasn't an actual 16-year-old. And
come on, dude. AI was not a thing in 2014. What are you talking about? A bot.
The girl in the video clip was just a cam model or something that's supposed to drive people to some kind of cam site. I don't know enough about Omegle to know if that's something that happens, but regardless, this is still an extremely concerning clip. But rest assured, Sniperwolf fans, there's still one entity still very much on the side of Sniperwolf, and that's YouTube. This is the update I want to give today.
Yeah,
it wasn't so much
just going
over where everything's at here.
Listen, I personally don't think that she as a creator should be banned or completely demonetized or cut out of the platform. but there should be some type of repercussion. There need to be something that YouTube can do from their side, because this is not, they don't follow, like, they followed the rules with every single creator before, and only this time with SSSniperwolf they changed their mind, and this is not fair. All right, I live for fairness. I respect when everything is equal and fair, and this is not, and it makes me really sad and mad.
YouTube's response to all this, because it is so big, and doxing is, it's borderline criminal, of course. What would YouTube's response be? They have cracked down on that kind of activity very hard in the past. So obviously,
I
most people
remember there were some YouTubers who doxed or did some type of things on Twitch or any other platform or Twitter, and they get banned on YouTube because of that, even though they haven't done it like specifically on YouTube.
Wondering what? So far, they've only made like vague references to it or vaguely talked around it. There hasn't been any kind of statement from them about what they plan to do about this situation, aside from a couple of tidbits that they've talked about that seem to indicate that they're not going to do anything. But I don't think anything's 100% confirmed as like this is the path they're taking. But they have publicly made this tweet in the midst of all this. Would it be too meta to do a reaction video to a reaction video? Which is such...
That is their response. Would it be too meta to do a reaction video to a reaction video? I feel like YouTube never watched any of my videos. How about the Tyrone Magnus saga back in 2016, where I reacted to his video reacting to my video, and then he reacted to me reacting to him reacting to me? What about that? Huh? What about that?
Such a lame fucking ChatGPT generated tweet. That is like the most how do you do fellow kids shit ever, and comes at the worst possible time, because SSniperwolf is a reactor to TikTok content and all that, so clearly this is very poorly timed, unless of course this is their way of like trying to show support for SSniperwolf, which it very well could be. They have made a lot of tweets about her, all very positive. In fact, this whole situation between Jacksfilms and SSniperwolf really started catching fire when YouTube themselves made a tweet saying, "Where does SSniperwolf get her ideas?" And then they also made another one talking about how, like, SSniperwolf is our turbo super creator of the year. Unbelievable. So just like these very, very positive, pumping their fist SSniperwolf fan tweets. This one, of course, got community noted. For additional context, it needs to be known that this tweet was written in the wake of a controversy regarding a reaction YouTuber, SSniperwolf, who recently leaked the personal information of a fellow creator on the platform, Jacksfilms, and then it cites one of the many sources. Yep. I almost can't help but be impressed and appreciate how bold this tweet from YouTube is here, though.
It is.
Just drop this shit. Would it be too meta to react to a reaction video? Oh, like,
in the middle of the
know
chaos,
this is going on.
Yeah,
like,
of course they know.
Loosely acknowledged the situation in a couple of tweets. Like, they know this is happening because everyone on the internet knows that this is happening right now. This is the hottest shit there is. This shit is leaving the toilet bowl steaming. It's so hot. They can't be oblivious to it. But whatever ghoul is running this account must be really kept isolated in some kind of sensory deprivation tank, cut off from the rest of the world, and forced to just occasionally drop a bad tweet, because there is just some crazy disconnect here to think that this tweet was a good idea. Because I really don't believe that what they're trying to do with this is, slyly, hey, SSniperwolf's pretty fucking awesome, right? Like, in the middle of this, I don't think they'd be that dumb. I don't think they'd be that stupid. I really think this is just like a poorly timed bad tweet from them. Of course, I have no evidence to corroborate that theory. It's just me here thumbing my ass, just speculating. It's, at the end of the day, it's just a game theory. I just really don't believe that they would be so bold to just, in the middle of this, give like a big nod to SSniperwolf. The entire internet is waiting on bated breath to see what they're going to do. Jacksfilms is calling for like demonetization or like even deplatforming because of the severity of the rule breaking. A lot of other people are rallying behind those things as well. The bare minimum people are looking to see is some kind of punishment issued to SSniperwolf here in order to, prove to the community that YouTube isn't playing favorites when it comes to their most extreme rules.
Exactly.
And I don't think that's an unreasonable request to just want to know, what are you going to do about it, YouTube? Because this is a big deal, and this is something that other creators in the past have gotten big trouble for.
Yep.
So why would Sniperwolf get a pass on that? And if she does, can you explain why? Right? Like there'd have to be a reason for it. I think the obvious reason would be she brings in so much money to the platform, and YouTube loves her so much that they wouldn't ever take action against her even if she went on camera and slit the throat of 5 puppies. But just communicate what you're going to do here. Like, I don't think this is a situation that would take a super long time for them to decide what
Figure
they're
out.
going
Yeah,
to do.
what are they waiting?
So I'm kind of under the assumption
Also, like, I feel like Jacksfilms has, like, he could go and sue her, but I also do understand that she has way more money than he does, and she can just drag it out, and he doesn't have enough money. The only way, maybe if a lot of YouTubers combine together and they make like a fundraiser or whatever and then go against it, but I don't think anybody cares that much.
they're not going to do anything about it. They might make another more direct
Because at the end of the day, you have to understand that it's not, it was in a way provoked. Like, if this was completely unfair, that it wasn't at all provoked, I would understand. But the guy has been bullying her for a whole year, and it did affect her business tremendously. Like, she was going downhill, and she would have a case there, you know? If she didn't have any case to defend herself, I feel like so far there would be a lawsuit. But I feel maybe they didn't want to make it a lawsuit because of that.
Of it, but they'll probably just be a more slap on the wrist. But again, I'm just spitballing here based on YouTube's past, because there is favoritism.
Doxing is like
on
killing the
platform.
person yourself, and then a major response. Okay, not that much, but doxing, she also did share it with 5 million people. So that was so irresponsible. Like that is completely at fault. She's at fault, and that is a big issue. If the guy died, or he can still die, by the way, it can still happen that his whole family is at risk forever. They probably will have to move because it's out there. Once something is on the internet, it's forever there. You know, like, she could cause that. She would, his life and the life of his family is on her hand. The blood would be on her hands. So how can YouTube not see that as a big issue?
As there is on every other platform. YouTube's no exception there. And I think it's pretty clear that she's going to get some kind of special treatment when it comes to this rule breaking, which really sucks. And, like, the damage is very much done to Jacksfilms and his wife. As he mentioned, they don't really feel safe in their home anymore, which is totally understandable. Yeah. She dumped a picture of their house for all of her 5 million followers to see. And on Instagram, I think the followers there are going to be a degree higher in terms of their support of Sniperwolf than, like, her YouTube audience. Like, I think those are going to be where the super fans are, and they probably fucking hate Jacksfilms, and now they have this. It makes sense why he'd feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty evil thing to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if she got even more diabolical with it and turned his house into, like, a Pokemon Go stop or something. Like, really just trying to put their location out there as best she could.
Like, she's a grown up person, and she has been famous for a while, all right? She knows her influence. She knows the internet. She knows how obsessive some people can become. She knows it all, and she still decided to do something like this. All right? It's not like, oops, I made a mistake, I didn't think about it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And not only that, like, no apology, no regret, nothing from her side. She didn't even come up with, like, a message to tell the people to not harass him. Like, please, I made a mistake. Don't go after him. Everything is settled down. We fixed the issues personally, privately. Jax is a good person, blah, blah, blah. Like, just to play with the minds of these people who are probably so obsessed with her, you know? Like, you need to fix the harm that is done in any possible way. And nothing. What she does is just adding more and more and more by, like, tweeting some tweets like, she and her sister, like, it's not nice at all what's going on.
And she did make another post that Jacksfilms also made a tweet about, where she was poking fun at this situation, like
Yeah, like you don't do that. You don't poke fun. You try to fix it.
saying like, we pull up to your house, what would you do? Which is so unbelievably tone deaf that she doesn't understand the severity of what she did.
Nope.
The whole situation is fucked. I just wanted to give a little update here because it's already been like 5 days. So that's where everything's at. I guess
What
we'll
is that on the
continue to
bottom
wait
right?
and see what
Is that a
YouTube
wig?
will or will not do. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah.
Was that a wig? I just noticed it in his room. Dude, that's scary. Sniper Wolf is a stalker. Okay, we're not gonna watch every single video about what happened. I told you what I think. Let me know what you think if you're watching this on YouTube as well. And the thing about Sniper Wolf, I have been following her before her like big fame. I watched her back in the day when she was doing Call of Duty or hashtag Ask Wolf and stuff like that. And she was one of my like first female YouTubers. She and Melanie Mac. I was watching them, getting inspired sometimes to make my hashtag Ask Bunny, for example, on YouTube and stuff like that. I really enjoyed the content, but I do know that there was drama back then as well, and she got arrested and whatnot, and she never ever apologized or talked in any type of remorse about anything against her. And she had moments like this and drama like this happening before as well, and nothing, never. So I didn't expect this to be any different. Like, it's the same person. She's just doing what she always did, and she knows that she never got in trouble, so why change, you know? Why even try? Sad.
You are a summer and after